Hi, everybody. Well, I'm going to try this again. I've failed fantastically at posting anything on YouTube, but anyone who sees my face is like, oh my God, what happened? And I just figure if I put it here, that'll be the explanation. Some of it's funny, some of it's not. Right now I'm in pain and I can't sleep, so got my cat in my lap. It's my second night home. And I'm going to tell you what happened. So 2 weeks ago, it was a Sunday like it is now, and there was some sort of radon inspection for my apartment the next day, and I admit it, I am intimidated as hell by our apartment manager. She's ex-Army, and she's fierce, and I'm sloppy, and I just... So anyway, my aide, because, I am not well. I have treated my body like a rental car since pretty much birth, and I am quickly approaching the finish line with a blown engine, screwed up transmission, coolant leaking, and a tire blown. But, it was fun while it lasted. At least sometimes. Gotta have a sense of humor about these things. But, yeah, I'm wheelchair bound most of the time, mainly due to my lymphedema. It makes it hard to balance. And I have heart failure and severe stage 4 kidney disease, like almost dialysis. So anyway, be that as it may, I'm in my wheelchair, and I decide that seeing as my aide at that time, this time right now too, until I hear otherwise, I just had for a few hours a day, Monday through Friday. I was on my own on the weekends, which was tough because it's hard to just maintain by yourself, all alone, in a wheelchair, so on and so forth. It can be done, and I do it, but it's not easy, especially the cleaning part. So, we have those cheap industrial carpets in the apartment that really it's better to just sweep them than it is to try and vacuum them. Plus my vacuum's a piece of crap. So I had peeled some garlic, and the garlic skins had gotten on the carpet, so I decided I'm going to sweep up the garlic skins. Somehow the broomstick and the joystick of my power chair got into a battle of wills, twisted up, and I got slammed into a little cart right in the shin. Hurt like hell, but brush it off, finish what I'm doing, and then it's time to go to bed. Go to bed. Wake up in the morning, Monday morning. I'm trying to get ready for this radon inspector to come at any time. Pop up, I go to the bathroom, and my apartment is not technically handicapped accessible. So fortunately I am able to walk a couple steps with a walker, and so my bathroom, I have to go down this little hallway, which my wheelchair just about fits to the end of it, and then use the walker, stand, walk a step, pivot, sit, do what you're doing, reverse. So I stood up, sat, did what I needed to do, stood up, And my left ankle, which is the one I had slammed the night before, said, "Oh, hell no," and threw me violently onto the floor, face first, into the, what I'm pretty sure is a solid metal tub. Now, I live in one of those HUD old people type buildings, and I'm always joking. It has, like, in the kitchen and the bathroom, they have those strings that you're supposed to pull in case of emergency, and the string is like the most dingy thing. You don't want to touch it because it probably has been hanging there collecting germs since 1953. So I'm always making fun of that. And I'm always very careful to have my phone on my wheelchair so that should I run into a problem, I can call for help. Well, the problem was when I came to after the face plant, I'm stuck with my rather copious, very bare tail end sticking up in the air. I can't, it's a very narrow bathroom, so there's not enough room for me to turn over and try and scoot. Plus, I'm in too much pain. My leg hurts. Sun and Stars kind of hurts. So, I have to pull the freaking string. Well, turns out that when you pull the freaking string, an alarm goes off. Now, does this alarm go off, say, at the manager's office? Or maybe the paramedics? Oh no, the alarm goes off throughout the entire building. Oh, next thing you know, I have a crowd of curious onlookers. I can't see them, but they can see me, coming to see what the alarm was all about, and seeing that there was a full moon out on a Monday morning. Oh, God. The paramedics come, help me get up, and that's the last thing I remember for about 24 hours. So it turns out that my ankle was shattered in 4 places. Plus, I was in renal failure and didn't realize it. Oh, and by the way, I'm on blood thinners. And that's a fairly recent thing. I keep getting nosebleeds from the damn blood thinners. So, you know, when I finally start figuring out what's going on in the hospital, I take a picture of my face to see how it looks, because there's a lump, and there's just a little bruise there, a little bit of a lump. Oh, okay. Mentioned that I didn't really remember, and they told me about conversations I had had with them and stuff. Like, okay, great. They gave me the impression that I was going to die at that point. That, you know, dialysis was about to happen, and that I have crappy veins, so dialysis is not going to be a long-term thing, and that I was in trouble. So I, was like convinced that I was dying. Oh, and then I discovered, as I tried to call people to say goodbye, that stupid Xfinity and they owe me a credit. The service there, I had been promised a credit. The credit hadn't gone through. They had turned off my phone. So I can't reach anybody. Only me. Anyway, so I'm the next few days. Luckily, I fight hard. The doctors fight hard. We get my kidney issues under control. My GFR thingamabob back up in the 20s, which for me is good. And my aide, who's a sweetheart, comes to see me in the hospital. He said, "Oh my God, your face!" So I hadn't looked in the mirror. I don't really have mirrors in the hospital. Hadn't looked at my phone, hadn't taken a picture because I had recorded it the first day, right? I figured it's healing up nicely. Oh no, it was getting worse. At this point, you know how you can see here? Well, this was all purple. Black eyes, I mean, like panda. I looked like a panda. If I'm smart enough to figure out how to add those pictures for your edification, I will. Otherwise, if you know me, they're on my Facebook page. Anyway, so that was probably the peak worst of it. Spent 2 weeks in the hospital. Once they realized that I was going to live, they thought I was going to have to go to a nursing home, which, if this is successful, sometime I'm going to tell you about my experiences in Florida nursing homes and why I'm terrified of nursing homes. But that's not for today. Today is all about my journey in the hospital. So the hospital that I always go to is just basically a couple streets away from my home. It's wonderful. Their ER always looks like a bomb went off in it. I mean, just bodies lining the hallway. But once you get upstairs, it's cleanish and well stocked with stuff. But for those of you who are frequent flyers at the hospital, you'll probably agree. Every hospital I've ever been to is absolutely useless on the weekends. And for some reason with me, they always let me out like 9 o'clock on a Friday night. I live alone. I don't have anybody except for my aide who's paid to help me 5 days a week for a few hours a day. So hold that thought.